Flopsy Rabbit is one of the 4 rabbits in the family. Peter's the eldest, and then the triplets, Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail, are his younger sisters. And Flopsy is constantly being bossed around by Mopsy. As much as they love each other, there's a bit of tension there sometimes in a very hilarious way. I think Flopsy struggles to be heard in the group sometimes, not just because she has a lisp, but because she perhaps hasn't found her confidence within the group yet. Cottontail, on the other hand, just really does her own thing and is a bit of a kook, but hilarious, but really doesn't care what anyone thinks, and that's very funny to watch. Mopsy, like I said, does a bit of the bossing around, is a little more jaded perhaps than Flopsy Rabbit, but ultimately they're all brothers and sisters and they love each other endlessly. We definitely, all the sisters, the triplets, idolize our older brother Peter. He's definitely the leader of the pack. He's kind of the lovable rogue hero, so to say, in the story, and perhaps leads them into precarious situations, primarily in McGregor's garden. But ultimately he's there to look out for his sisters and, of course, their cousin Benjamin Bunny, who is very sweet and loyal. I actually do relate to Flopsy probably the most because I am the third in line of 4 siblings. So I've definitely been like stuck in the middle, fighting for attention in the big loud family that I grew up in. And I mean, we used to all fight but love each other, but make life hell for our mom, the poor thing. So it's fun kind of being in that family dynamic again, where you've got brothers and sisters and just general mayhem all the time. So much fun. 3 words. It is so much fun for the kids watching, and I think for adults too. I mean, I'm 27 and I find the jokes hilarious, so I don't think it's there's not one specific audience for this, though we definitely made it for kids. It can be enjoyed by everyone. To be amongst this caliber of cast is always a joy, and yeah, an honor really. I've worked with Domhnall this is our 3rd film technically together, though we didn't get to interact together on this film, and I'm already a huge fan of his work. Rose I've admired from afar for so long. James, of course, like, who could be better to play Peter Rabbit? He has that cheeky nature, very charming, very funny, very witty, but also very emotive and heartfelt, and you feel a lot through Peter. You forget very quickly that it's a CGI animation, and you do really get lost in these characters the way you do with the live action human actors. It was amazing to have Will there. He's so in it with you. He's not a director who's like, hands off, here, you do your part. It's like he's there, he's reading the lines, he's reenacting the scenes. He has such energy about him, and he's so willing to try things. He's constantly saying, no, forget that, don't worry about what I said, forget that, try that, that's working, let's do that again. And I love working like that in a collaborative way, where you can kind of see the material evolve throughout the process. That makes me as an actor feel more involved in the story, and yeah, it's very appreciated when a director lets you in that much. It's remarkable what they can do with animation these days. Truly it is. I mean, I work in the business. I understand to an extent how they go about this sort of stuff, but to truly get lost in the film the way I did 5 minutes into watching the movie is just crazy. I mean, it really is a credit to how talented the people at Animal Logic are. But yeah, no, the filming process was interesting. They would film us recording our dialogue, and they would try and inject our mannerisms and facial expressions into the characters so they could all be differentiated in that way, which is I mean, a ton of work on their end, but it is so necessary so that each character has their own defining character traits.